Hi, Lily Quinn here. How you doing? I hope you're doing a lot of your sewing practice. Today I want to show you how to finish a neatly made invisible zipper. Okay, usually invisible zipper is a challenge for a lot of people, and so hopefully you will get some tips and tricks to get it really neatly done and quickly as well. This one is actually a like the back of a garment, okay, like the back seam of a garment. All right, now I have another one here that I'm going to use in demonstrating. This is the side of a pencil skirt. Okay, I'm deliberately using a white zipper. I couldn't find a short one, so I'm using this long one. But I'm using the white so that in a black thread, so you can see the stitching and how everything is done. Okay, you can see that this is the back. This is the wrong side of the garment. This is the right side of the skirt. Now, on the right side, I created my seam allowance. All right, I drew a line. This is about 5/8 to 3/4 seam allowance. I did the same here. So, because when I sew it together, this whole seam allowance is hidden to the right side. It goes to the wrong side, and this is the right side. I make sure the line is on the right side, but also coincides with the seam line so that by the time you're done, the zipper is securely hidden in the seam allowance, concealed by the seam line. All right? Anyway, you'll see what I mean in a few. So I pinned up the the zipper. I positioned the zipper in such a way that the right side of the zipper has these lines, this seam allowance line, and I position the zipper in such a way that the teeth of the zipper is sitting or lined up to that seam line. And you will see that I turn the zipper in such a way that the pulley, okay, the knob that we hold to pull the zipper back and forth, is facing the right side. Okay, if I turn the right side this way, all you see is the pulley. All right, the pulley should not be facing the wrong side, otherwise it's going to be inserted wrong. So it should be sitting facing the right side. That's that pulley. And then the end or the edge of the zipper should be pointing towards the edge of the seam allowance or the raw edge of your fabric. Okay. And a lot of people would baste it by hand, but I found a quick way to do it where I machine baste. By machine basting, I'm just going to run the machine on the edge of the zipper. Okay, as you can see, I'm just running it on, and it could be a permanent stitch, it's not a loose stitch or anything. I'm just using that stitch to make sure I'm holding down the zipper. In other words, it's replacing the pins. So as I sew, I get rid of the pin, and if I have to go down further, I can just open and put in my, that's it. Okay. So here we go. This first seam, this first seam line that I sewed is just to hold the zipper down. Okay, I don't have pins in there and I didn't baste by hand. This was quick. But I made sure that the zipper teeth is sitting right on that line that I drew. That's the beginning of the seam allowance. Okay, all right. I'm going to do the same thing here. I will turn it. I don't want to be moving the zipper foot back and forth. So I'm just turning this side and I'm going to stitch that seam, stitch the zipper down. It's crooked at some points, but this is not a big deal. It's just to hold the zipper down before we do the actual sewing. The actual sewing, which is the real sewing inside the crease, is this. Okay, where the zipper teeth is, if you move the zipper teeth, if you raise the zipper teeth like this, it has a line, a crease. Okay, that's where we're going to hide the real stitch that holds it. We're supposed to keep turning it as we sew. And we have to do it meticulously so that we do not sew through the zipper teeth. You sew through the teeth, you damage the teeth. Okay, so let's do the second stitching. And this one, it pays to go slow. So we're going to position the zipper in such a way, okay, that I'm going to go really slow. And as I go, let me turn this to shift the needle close to the zipper. Now the good thing is that as I hope you're seeing it. Yeah. As I'm going, I'm turning the zipper teeth out to expose the crease. And so it's sewing exactly inside the crease of the invisible zipper. Very close to the teeth, but not hitting the teeth. And this is where you can literally walk it to be on the safer side. Okay, so we are there. I don't want it to go any further than that, so you know that you are you have gone really inside the crease when you can hardly see the second line. Okay, I have to lift the zipper to see it. I mean the zipper teeth to see it. Okay, it's properly hidden. Once the zipper teeth lays down as usual, you don't even see that line. Let's do it for this one as well. Okay. Come in here. Move the zipper pulley out of the way. Oh, actually, if you use a longer zipper, it's a whole lot easier. Okay, longer zipper that probably can cut later on. There we go. Okay, so I'm walking it to make sure that I'm sitting right inside the crease. And you don't run, you don't speed, you go just as close as possible to the teeth without puncturing the teeth. It comes with practice, so do not give up if you puncture the teeth or if you have to do it several times. It comes with practice. All right, so let's look. The second stitching, like I said, is in there, but it's hidden, okay? Because we made sure we lodged it right inside the teeth, the crease of the teeth. So now this is the moment of truth. I've always said we're going to close to see if we succeeded in making voila, okay? This is exciting. So once the zipper is completely hidden, this is all you find left. And to close it, usually you have a seam line, and I drew a line on that seam line as well. And I'm just going to, this is all I want for my zipper, so I'm going to sew up. I can sew from here as well, considering how, let me see. No, let me come from this way. This way still, okay. I'll have to move the zipper teeth and let it sit this way. Move it from the left to the right. All right. So that it doesn't hit. Now this part, you may want to use another zipper, another foot, but don't use the zipper foot to do this part, because once you get to the the place where the zipper ends, you will need the work or the help of the zipper foot in this case. Okay, so let's see how it goes. We're following the line. All right. So when we get to the point where we want the seam line to join the zipper line, you see, there's a second line in here. That's where we're trying to, this side, that's where we're trying to get into. All right, so we come slowly and we make sure that we blend it into, we blend it in so that that's it. Let's see how it looks on the other side. There we go. Okay, so then we can cut this off, you know, shorten it, do whatever you want to do with it. But generally, this is it. Once you sew up, you have your seam and you have your zipper, and they all look the same. They don't, you know, there's no difference. And that's what, that's how we put in the invisible zipper. Okay, thank you very much.